You tell yourself you do not like drama. You say it is exhausting. You say you are above it. But then a strange comment appears in a group chat. Two people go quiet at the same time, and suddenly your brain leans forward as if something important has just entered the room. Your thumb stops moving, your eyes narrow, your body listens, and the real answer is far stranger than simple curiosity. Because your brain may not love drama because you are shallow, it may love drama because, for most of human history, drama was survival information, not entertainment, not gossip, not a guilty pleasure, a warning system, a map of danger, a way to know who could be trusted, who might betray you, who was rising in status, who was losing protection, and where you stood inside the invisible web of the group. So why does a tense conversation still feel so impossible to ignore? To understand that, you have to imagine a world without newspapers, phones, police, contracts, cameras, or HR departments. You have to imagine a world where your entire life depends on a small number of people, maybe 30, maybe 50, maybe 150. These people are not just your neighbors. They are your food supply, your defense system, your childcare network, your medicine, your memory, your future. If they turn against you, you are not just unpopular, you are in danger. And in that kind of world, social information is not extra information, it is the main information. Who shared food yesterday? Who kept a promise? Who lied about where the berries were? Who helped during illness? Who disappeared when danger came? Who is angry with whom? Who has power today? These are not small questions. They decide who gets protected. They decide who gets blamed. They decide who survives the next winter. So your brain evolved to notice people, not just faces, not just voices, relationships, alliances, tension, status shifts, tiny signals that something in the group has changed. And what is drama really? Drama is a sudden change in the social map. Someone is mad, someone is hiding something, someone has crossed a line, someone has gained attention, someone may be losing trust. To your ancient brain, this is not meaningless noise, it is movement in the grass. You may live in a bright room with a locked door and a full refrigerator, but your nervous system still treats the social world like a place where exile could happen. And exile for your ancestors could be deadly. The anthropologist Robin Dunbar became famous for one of the most influential ideas about this hidden social pressure. He noticed that primates with larger social groups tend to have larger neocortexes, the outer part of the brain involved in complex thinking. In plain English, bigger social worlds may require bigger social brains, not because monkeys are doing math, because they are tracking each other. Who groomed whom? Who fought whom? Who is related? Who is dominant? Who owes a favor? Who can be approached safely? Dunbar suggested that human language may have partly grown out of this same need. Before words, many primates maintained bonds through grooming. They picked through each other's fur, they cleaned, they calmed, they showed trust with touch. But grooming is slow. You can only groom one individual at a time. So what happens when the group gets bigger? You need a faster tool, you need sound, you need stories, you need the ability to share social knowledge with several people at once. In this view, conversation became a kind of verbal grooming, and gossip became a way of holding the group together. That sounds strange at first, doesn't it? Because today, gossip sounds like something ugly, something petty, something whispered in hallways and typed into comment sections. But the older version was not always cruel, it was social tracking. It was a way to say, this person helps, this person cheats, this person is grieving, this person needs support, this person is dangerous. Without that information, your ancestors would have been socially blind, and social blindness could cost them everything. Psychologist Nicholas Emler argued that gossip is not a strange human flaw but a central part of how people manage reputation. Reputation is the story other people carry about you when you are not in the room. That story can feed you. That story can protect you. That story can destroy you. So your brain pays attention to stories about people because, at some level, it understands that stories become social reality. Is that why drama feels so sticky? A conflict is not just conflict, it is reputation changing in real time. Someone's public story is being rewritten. Someone who looked kind may look cruel. Someone who looked weak may look powerful. Someone who seemed loyal may look dangerous. Your brain watches because it wants to update the map. This is also why drama often feels more interesting when it involves people you know. A celebrity scandal may entertain you, a stranger's argument may catch your attention, but a conflict inside your own class, family, workplace, or friend group feels different. It pulls harder. Because it is closer to your actual social survival system. The people involved may affect your life. Their choices may change your safety, your status, your plans, your sense of belonging. So the brain asks a simple ancient question: what does this mean for me? You might not say that out loud, you might even feel embarrassed by it, but your attention has already moved. This is where drama becomes powerful. It is not only about the people fighting, it is about your place beside them. If two friends argue, do you have to choose? If one person is blamed, are you safe for supporting them? If someone popular is exposed, does the hierarchy change? If someone breaks a rule and gets away with it, does the rule still matter? These are deep social calculations. Your brain performs many of them before you even know you are doing it. The psychologist Susan Fiske and her colleagues studied how quickly people judge others along two major dimensions: warmth and competence. In plain English, your brain wants to know two things. Is this person friendly? And are they capable? Can they help me? Can they hurt me? Drama provides dramatic evidence for both. A betrayal tells you about warmth. A clever manipulation tells you about competence. A public apology tells you about both. A cruel joke, a sudden silence, a visible rejection, a message left unanswered, all of these become data points in the brain's social calculator. No wonder you notice them. Your brain is built to ask whether the people around you are safe. But there is another layer. Drama does not just reveal character, it teaches rules. In small groups, punishment and praise are often public. Everyone learns by watching what happens to others. If someone steals food and is forgiven, the group learns one thing. If someone steals food and is expelled, the group learns another. If someone lies and becomes powerful anyway, the group learns something darker. This is why humans are so interested in social consequences. You want to know what happened next. Was the liar caught? Did the victim recover? Did the group believe the wrong person? Did justice happen? That hunger for the ending is ancient. It helps you understand what kind of world you live in. Is it fair? Is it dangerous? Are the rules real? Or are they just words? Modern drama often gives your brain the same shape of information without the same real-world usefulness. A reality show argument, a public breakup, a comment thread exploding, a creator being canceled, a group chat turning cold. The setting is new, the machinery is old. Your brain still reads conflict as a social event that might reveal hidden rules, and because the internet never stops, the ancient machinery never gets to rest. For most of history, drama had limits. You could only hear what people around you knew. The fire burned low. The conversation ended. The village slept. Now the village is infinite. There is always another argument, another accusation, another apology, another betrayal, another reaction to the reaction. Your attention system was shaped for a small group, but it now faces millions of strangers performing social conflict on glowing rectangles. How could that not overload you? Neuroscientists have found that the brain reacts strongly to social rejection and social pain. Naomi Eisenberger and her colleagues used a simple virtual ball-tossing game called Cyberball, where participants believed they were being excluded by other players. Even though the exclusion was tiny and artificial, the brain responded in areas linked with distress. The lesson is not that social pain is identical to physical injury in every way. The lesson is simpler. Being left out matters deeply to the human nervous system. Your brain treats belonging as serious. So when you watch drama, especially drama about exclusion, betrayal, humiliation, or status loss, you are watching one of the oldest human fears play out. Someone is being pushed away from the circle. Someone is trying to stay inside. Someone is being judged. Someone is being watched, and part of your brain recognizes the scene. It has always recognized the scene. This is why embarrassment can feel so physical. Your face heats, your stomach drops, your mind replays the moment. A mistake in front of others does not feel like a simple error. It feels like exposure. And exposure in an ancient group could change how people treated you. So the brain remembers, it studies, it rewinds. It asks what you should have said. It asks what they now think. It asks whether your place in the group is still safe. Drama outside, you can trigger the same system at a distance. You watch someone else make the mistake. You watch the group react. You learn without being the one burned. But the brain has a problem. It is better at noticing danger than peace. A calm friendship does not demand urgent attention. A stable group does not create a flashing warning light, but a rupture does. Something broke, someone changed. A threat may be present. Evolution often favors systems that overreact to possible danger rather than miss it completely. If your ancestor mistook a harmless shadow for a predator, they wasted energy. If they mistook a predator for a harmless shadow, they might die. The same logic can apply socially. If your ancestor overpaid attention to a rumor, they wasted time. If they ignored a real betrayal, they might lose protection, food, or status. So your brain leans toward drama, not because drama is always important, because drama might be important. That tiny possibility is enough. There is also pleasure in drama. That part is uncomfortable, but it is real. Drama gives the brain uncertainty. Uncertainty creates attention. Who is telling the truth? What happens next? Will the hidden fact come out? Will the powerful person fall? Will the rejected person return? The brain enjoys patterns, but it also enjoys resolving broken patterns. A social mystery is a puzzle made of people, and people are the most important puzzles your ancestors ever had to solve. This is why drama often arrives with moral emotion. You feel anger, you feel sympathy, you feel disgust, you feel satisfaction when someone is exposed, you feel relief when someone is forgiven. These emotions help organize the social world. They tell you what your group values, they tell you what you value, they tell you where you might stand if the conflict came closer. So drama becomes a mirror. You think you are watching them, but your brain is also testing you. Whose side do you choose? What behavior do you condemn? What would you forgive? What scares you most? A betrayal? A lie? Being laughed at? Being replaced? Being ignored? That is why the same piece of drama can feel funny to one person and painful to another. Each brain hears a different ancient alarm. One person sees status, another sees abandonment, another sees injustice, another sees danger, another sees a chance to belong by joining the correct side. Because drama is rarely just about the event, it is about the wound it touches, and your brain carries old social wounds carefully. This does not mean you should trust every dramatic impulse. Ancient does not mean accurate. Natural does not mean healthy. Your brain can be drawn to conflict that teaches nothing, helps no one, and leaves you more anxious than before. It can confuse attention with importance. It can confuse intensity with truth. It can confuse public judgment with justice. That is the trap. Drama feels meaningful because it uses the machinery of meaning, but not every dramatic moment deserves your nervous system. The question is not whether your brain loves drama. It does. The better question is whether the drama is giving you useful social knowledge or whether it is simply feeding an ancient alarm that cannot find an off switch. Does it help you understand someone? Does it protect you from real harm? Does it clarify a value? Does it lead to repair? Or does it only make the world feel more dangerous? That distinction matters, because your attention is not just something you spend, it is something that trains you. Every conflict you watch teaches your brain what to expect from people. Watch enough cruelty, and your brain may start to expect cruelty. Watch enough humiliation, and your brain may start to fear visibility. Watch enough betrayal, and your brain may start to suspect betrayal everywhere. The ancient system that once helped your ancestors survive the group can, in modern life, make the group feel unbearable. So maybe the goal is not to pretend you are above drama. Maybe the goal is to recognize the old animal inside the attention. When your brain leans forward at a tense message, you can pause. You can ask what it thinks it is protecting: status, belonging, safety, trust. That pause changes everything. The drama becomes information again. Not a command, not a trap, just information. Your brain does not love drama because you are shallow. It loves drama because, long before screens and comment sections and group chats, drama was how you learned whether the circle was still safe. So, the next time a strange comment appears, two people go quiet, and your brain leans forward as if something important has entered the room, it may not be chasing entertainment. It may be listening for the sound of the ancient group deciding who still belongs.